I've had the American Express Platinum card for over 3 years now, paying over $1,500 in annual fees over that time. Nowadays, this card doesn't even sit in my wallet, but I plan to keep it for at least another year. So in this video, we'll be going over why this card is so valuable, how I've earned thousands of dollars for having the card, and why I'm still keeping it around. So there's been a lot of changes since I've got the card over 3 years ago, including an annual fee bump up to the current $695 a year. But right now, if you sign up for the card, you could get 125 or even 150,000 membership reward points when you hit minimum spend, which is much more than the lousy 75,000 points that I got when I signed up. And that's important because with American Express, you're only allowed one lifetime sign up bonus per each of their cards, meaning I can't cancel the card and sign up a few years later to get the sign up bonus again. But because there are other versions like the Charles Schwab version, those are treated as separate products, but don't usually have the elevated sign up bonuses. Now, what kind of points do you get for spending on the card? Well, real quick, you get 5 times back on flights booked directly with the airline or the American Express travel portal, 5 times back on prepaid hotels, again through the portal, and 1 times back on everything else. These pretty poor multipliers is the reason why I don't keep it in my wallet and don't usually spend on it every day. But it's all the other perks that come with a card that give it so much value. We'll first talk about all the perks that currently come with a card, as well as go over some of the one-off perks that I've gotten over the years. So one of the perks that are really easy to use would be the $200 in credit for hotels booked through the Fine Hotels and Resorts or the hotel collection. Honestly, these portals are pretty nice. Like if you're able to find a hotel through the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection, like I did at the Bellagio in Vegas, those come with daily breakfast up to 2 people's worth $60, an experience credit of $100 for food during the stay, and a couple other perks like late checkout. Given the prices aren't too far off from other sites like Google or Expedia, it's well worth it to book through them. So personally, I value this perk at the full $200 a year. Next would be the digital entertainment credit of $240 a year. Now, I personally don't really use this perk because the services are pretty limited to Peacock, New York Times, Audible, or SiriusXM, but it's a really nice couple $100 bonus if you do use those services. But for me personally, that's $0 in value. One of the recent add-ons would be Walmart Plus, giving you credit to get the membership every single month so you can get free grocery deliveries. Unfortunately, no Walmart near me has this service, so again, this was a $0 in value for me. However, one of the other perks that I get maximum value out of, for better or worse, would be the $200 yearly credit for Uber Cash. Before, this would also come with Uber Eats Pass, which is a $10 a month value that would give you discounts on everything you order as well as free delivery. Unfortunately, that was only for that span of a year. That said, I still value this perk at the full $200. Hey, real quick, if you enjoy content like this, remember to tap that like button to let the YouTube algorithm know. Thank you so much. Now, one perk I want to add here that's not on the official list would be to look out for Amazon offers. Throughout the year, there are offers where if you redeem at least 1 point, then you'll get discounts of 15, 30, or even up to 50% off your entire Amazon order. Personally, I've only gotten 15 or 30%, but I do have a friend who's gotten 50% off their order just in time for buying AirPods on the site. On to the 200 in airline fee credits, which is pretty hard to use. Yes, if you search the internet, there are ways to more easily get maximum value out of this, but technically you're only allowed to use this on seat selection, so no upgrades, as well as check bags, refreshments, and a couple other things. Personally, I am able to somewhat use this because I'm from Seattle, which is an Alaska hub, and you're able to select a more premium cabin, but not officially an upgrade on certain Alaska flights. That said, I wouldn't value this at the entire $200 in credit, so personally the valuation is probably more like $100. So the next credit is really niche, but it's $300 in Equinox membership credit. I have no Equinoxes anywhere near me, so that's $0. Next, there's the $100 in Saks Fifth Avenue credit, $50 each half. Yes, most people won't shop here otherwise, but having this credit is pretty nice to get gifts, or certain events like Secret Santa. So personally, I'm able to always use this credit, so it's a maximum value of $100 for me. Then there's the clear credit, which is $179. It's not a replacement for TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, which this card does come with as well, but it will let you skip the initial line to get to the security. Unfortunately, with the past couple years, I haven't really been able to travel much, so I would value this at $0. Now, if you do travel a lot, the lounge access comes in really handy. With getting access to the Centurion lounges or Priority Pass lounges, it's really easy to get $20, $30 of value every time you visit the airport, from the free food to the drinks, including alcoholic ones, as well as just having a more comfortable place to stay instead of sitting in the main terminals. Lastly, this card comes with a lot of other perks, like having trip insurance, hotel status, baggage delay insurance, and so much more. But the one I really want to call out is having return protection. This makes it so if you buy an item and the place won't return it, either it's past the window or it's final sale, you could claim it with American Express up to 90 days of purchase for them to recredit you that amount. This came in really handy a few times when I bought things of the wrong size, or I bought like the Lululemon final sale that they wouldn't take the item back. And honestly, when I did claim with American Express, they never asked for the item back as well. So those were the coupon book style perks that come with a card that I've been able to leverage throughout the years. If that was all, and with the sign up bonus, I'd say the card is kind of meh, but it's with all the other perks that American Express has given throughout the years that make it so good of a card. Now, not all of these are available, but it'll give you a sense of what type of perks American Express will regularly give to their customers. So during the last couple of years when most people weren't able to travel and use the perks, American Express made it so if you renewed your card, they would give everyone $200 in travel credit as long as you book through their portal. I was able to combine this with the $200 a year in hotel credit, so $400 in total when I stayed in the Bellagio in Vegas. So for me, another $200 in maximum value there. Next, signing up for Pay Over Time, which they had an incentive of 20,000 points. Pay Over Time is like making the card a credit card where you can pay a portion of the amount every month instead of the full amount. Because remember, the Platinum card is a charge card, not a regular credit card. But the good thing is, you don't even have to use it. You can just sign up, never use it, and still get those 20,000 points. Then in 2020, American Express had the Shop Small effort, where you would be able to get $5 back 10 different times when you're purchasing things at certain Shop Small locations. They even gave people $100 in credit without any minimum spend at places like Dell, Home Depot, and Best Buy. I think I was able to get a mic, a hard drive, and a new Simple Human garbage can from those credits. On top of that, for 8 months, they were giving people $40 in wireless and streaming credit. For people having regular monthly wireless bills or a lot of Spotify type of subscriptions, that's an easy $320 in credit that people were able to claim. So with that said, will I still be keeping my card even though the annual fee has gone up to $695? My answer is probably yes. I mean, every year I'm getting $200 in the hotel credit, $200 in the Uber Eats cash credit, $100 of Saks Fifth Avenue credit, as well as my valuation of the $100 in the airline fee credit. Just those numbers alone add up to about a $600 in value. Add on Amex offers that probably will give me another couple $100 in savings, to getting Amazon discounts every now and then, to lounge access and return protection. All that combined will bring it well over the $695 in value, as well as the smaller 75,000 point intro bonus that I personally value at 2 cents a point, which is a value of $1,500. If you want to know more about how I'm valuing my points at 2 cents a point, and sometimes being able to get 5 or 10 cents or even more per point, check out my video where I break down cashback versus points that I'll link up in the corner and down below. And as icing on the cake, back in 2019, I was able to get a retention offer of 50,000 points just to keep the card. So that's another $1,000 in value. And now this year in 2022, I'm probably gonna be able to get another retention offer. That said, this card has 100% been my most valuable card I have in my wallet. Even without redeeming points for luxury travel, I was able to save almost $900 on my 5-day trip to Las Vegas. So check that video out if you want to know about all the travel hacks I use with the card. I'll have links down below if you're interested in signing up for the card. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.